Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. An elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. We are here for a Saturday night clash, and it just doesn't get much more thrilling than this one on EA Sports College Football. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Red Wolves. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, the Red Wolves head coach told me before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The Red Wolves offense will take the field first. And here comes the sophomore running back. He made it to the end zone 4 times in their victory last time out while picking up more than 100 yards.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Makes the grab. It's Worthy. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They'll run out of the gun here with Parker. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Red Wolves trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know he was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
The Ducks offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Running inside. It's Griffin. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. There he goes. The 40. Past the 30. Tag. Gets it inside the 5. Down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Run in the red zone. It's Griffin. And he's in. Touchdown, Ducks.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And the point after is good. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Looking to throw, it's Law. He's got it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. And the Red Wolves moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The Red Wolves with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. On the move. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Wilson has it over the middle. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. And the Red Wolves go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll give it to Parker. Here's a little room there. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll run it. It's Parker. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. 2nd and goal for this offense. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Red Wolves. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Looking to pass. It's Bailey. Fires one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that.
Makes the catch, and he's free. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. 1st and 10. The inside handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's
got a little grass. Touchdown, Ducks! He got a step and just dusted the field.
It was a really nice job on the route concept because they got the safety occupied, which opened up the deep middle of the field for the receiver on the post. He uses his speed. Nice job by the quarterback, putting it out in front of him. He makes the catch and then runs it into the end zone.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. On the move from inside his 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. They'll run for it. It's Parker. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Law. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Here's a give to Parker. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39. The Red Wolves come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Good, solid tackle. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. He wants to take the top off. Makes a deep grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And backed up, first and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the line. He's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Fit it in the window for the score.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They march 79 yards on the drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. And the ball is loose on the return. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them. So a nice job being able to pounce back on that. The head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Right back to the well. Could be an alley. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking for a man. It's Law. Got a man. It's Worthy. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. Looking to throw for it. Finds his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. He goes right back to the air. It's complete. Corralled and brought down by the defense. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Gets it out quickly. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Notre Dame taking on the number 4 team, the USC Trojans. And it's the Fighting Irish with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. This team is on top right now thanks in large part to the play of that burner on the outside. It's like he has glue on his hands, catching every ball that comes his way, and he's helped build this halftime advantage. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
And the Red Wolves will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got his man. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Hauls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Red Wolves offense coming out to start the drive. Wide receiver going in motion. A designed run for the quarterback.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll run out of the gun here with Parker. There's a crease. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Pulls it on the option. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. The Red Wolves have it with a 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Hill. He almost punched it for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the Red Wolves are in the hurry-up. Trying to punch it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Parker. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back looking for help. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Lets it fly. He's got it on the outside. Running free. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21.
Offside.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'll move the wide receiver. Caught, and he's got room. Still on his feet. Touchdown, Red Wolves! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive figure.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
And he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly Rowe has an update.
Checking in from the Oregon sideline. This defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them
turning it on. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. Motion from the wideout. Run in the red zone. It's Griffin. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Well, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Looking for the end zone. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the Red Wolves sideline, there is so much excitement from these players. This has turned into somewhat of a shootout. The offenses continue to score, but I have seen some of the defensive players say, we have got to turn it up right now. We'll see if the offense can answer again or if the defense starts to make a statement. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Looking downfield, it's long. It's complete to the right. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air on second down. Makes the catch. It's Worthy. Oh, he's got some space. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wants to throw it again. Caught near the sticks. It's Wilson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Red Wolves racing to the line in the hurry-up.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. And they got him.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Unleashes one deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Tries to do it himself on the draw. Hits the slide, got the first down with his feet.
Sometimes as a quarterback, you just need to take the game over yourself. You need points to win, and it's going to come down to you throwing it or maybe running it like you just saw there to get that done.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Griffin. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Fires downfield. The short hands, it's Johnson. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Ducks want to crank the tempo.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last minute.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. You got to...
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Thrust that arm out. He's up to 81 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Got it behind the line. It's Mason. Breaks into the open. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Final timeout taken here by the Ducks. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Handoff for Parker. But got enough space. Touchdown, Red Wolves. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Release to the back. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And what a way to finish it off with a 21-yard touchdown run. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Back to throw, it's Bailey. He wants a big play here late. Makes the catch at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ducks. The Ducks with the answer.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest, I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe.